Nene's battle with Andy Cohen, the producers of The Real Housewives of Atlanta, NBC Universal, Bravo, rages on. And for those of you guys who are interested in the case, we got some interesting new details that I think are going to kind of make your mind wonder just a bit. Okay. So I want you guys to get ready for all of that. Grab your cup of coffee, tea, or whatever you need. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. And let's go ahead and stage dive on into what we got to talk about because there is a lot to cover. So stick around until the end for all of the details. Okay. So the latest headline comes from Radar Online, and it says Nene leaks, and specifically this lawsuit rips into several other Bravo celebrities and housewives, specifically Ramona Singer, Stassi Schroeder, and Catherine Dennis over their past problematic accusations in this lawsuit against Andy Cohen, Bravo, Real Housewives of Atlanta producers, and NBC Universal. So, where do we begin? Apparently, Radar got their hands on the 74-page complaint. 74, y'all. Complaint that Nene filed against Bravo, where she basically is accusing them of fostering a hostile and problematic work environment. Okay. So that's a 70-page complaint. And I just want to go ahead and put up the banner just because y'all know how know how the streets are. And so in the complaint, she goes into detail to list amongst the instances of Kim Zolciak making problematic remarks and alleging that she was retaliated against and silenced. She goes on to say that the network scolded her after she called out Kim's publicly, and producers tried to use a tax lien filed brought by the IRS to silence her. Now, we talked about that, okay? Now, there's the statement in the court documents that we read the other day stated NBC, Bravo, and True used this issue as a justification for having concern about Nene's professional future and then as a justification for silencing her during this time. In contrast, other non-Black housewives were allowed to do much worse without consequence or even threat of consequence. And today, the complaint, we're getting the details of the alleged long history of allowing white employees to face zero consequences despite being accused of problematic behavior. Now, the first instance that we're going to get into that they've listed in the suit is between Ramona Singer and Ebony K. Williams. Okay. The suit states that Ebony was the first Black housewife on Real Housewives of New York and quote, soon observed and reported problematic offensive conduct and or statements by longtime white housewife Ramona Singer. Now, the lawsuit claims that Ramona said, this is why we shouldn't have Black people on the show during production. The suit mentions that Ebony and a crew member filed a complaint against Ramona with Bravo. Okay, so we had talked about this at the time of hearing the suit once we heard what Ramona said. This is why we shouldn't have Black people on the show, allegedly. Okay. Now, Bravo said their investigation corroborated the crew members' allegations, but not Ebony's. So I'm not sure exactly how different the crew members' allegations were from Ebony's, but Nene's lawsuit is saying that Ramona was not disciplined, but instead she was given a spot on the first season of the Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip, i.e., being rewarded with another show. Okay. Meanwhile, later that season, after the filming of Girls Trip, that reunion for Real Housewives of New York would go on to be canceled. Okay. And so the problematic behavior didn't have to be addressed. So the next person that they talk about in the suit is Faith Stowers being the subject. And for those of you guys who don't know, this is a Vanderpump Rules show. Faith is the young black queen on the left. Stassi and Kristen were full-time cast members of Vanderpump Rules, and they are on the right. Okay. So here they talk about Faith reporting being subjected to inappropriate race-based comments and accused Stacey of filing a false police report accusing Faith of a crime. Now, Nene's suit is saying that Bravo turned a blind eye on the matter for years until finally addressing it in 2020. And of course, this was also during the height of the Black Lives Matter movement. Now, what happened in that instance was that Kristen, Stassi, Jax, and there was another problematic cast member were all fired. They were not, it was not stated why they were fired. They were just fired. So there was no official statement about, not tolerating problematic behavior or anything like that, except from Lisa Vanderpump. But there was nothing from the network except that they had done something about it. And so most people figured that the problem was over. But I want to take you all to another incident that regarded Faith and another lawsuit that she is allegedly bringing about. So according to Screen Rant, according to Screen Rant, Faith Stowers is confirming a suit over Lala Kent's alleged knife attack on her. Okay. Now, apparently, in 2020, when all of the stuff went down with Faith and it coming out about Stassi and Kristen allegedly, filing a fake police report on Faith that could have gotten her arrested or much worse, during the time it was said that Lala ended up apologizing to Faith behind the scenes, but fans were never really made aware of what caused their fallout in the beginning. So now we're finding out that Lala allegedly pulled out the knife on Faith while saying the words "Al-Qatabi" in the middle of a heated argument during the filming of season 4 of Vanderpump Rules. Now, in an exclusive statement to Screen Rant, Faith confirms that she's now in the beginning stages of legal action in response to this past alleged altercation that didn't make the final cut. But why didn't it make the final cut? Well, here is what they are saying. It is alleged that the production company and Lisa Vanderpump discouraged Faith from taking any legal action, okay? And then the statement continues that NBC Universal and Bravo allegedly did not allow the scene to air in hopes of burying the consequences. This is what Faith's friend has stated, okay? The statement then went on to note that Stassi, who you guys will recall from earlier dealings with Faith in the previous shot that I just showed you, actually laughed on her podcast and admitted that, oh, because Lala pulled a knife out on her on camera this season, except they didn't air that. Okay. So then they're saying that basically Faith's friend has noted that Stassi confirmed the incident during public interviews. And because Faith was serving in the army at the time, she was worried about her honorable service enduring such an event. And she felt bullied and manipulated by the network and is seeking justice. So that's just a little bit more intel about another suit that is happening, or is in the works or in the beginning stages as well. Okay. So there are many layers to what's happening, not just regarding Nene's lawsuit specifically. Okay. So then Nene's complaint goes on to mention Southern Charm star Catherine Dennis, who many of you guys know has faced a lot of issues and backlash because of problematic behavior using a monkey emoji in retaliation against a black radio host. Okay. So the suit reads the problematic based offensive conduct and NBC and Bravo's failures to correct and remedy this misconduct are not unique to the Housewives franchise. They also permeate other NBC and Bravo shows. One example from Bravo's Southern Charm: in May 2020, Catherine Dennis, who has been on the show since its premiere, sent a monkey emoji by social media direct message to a black radio show host, Tamika Gadsden, as the two had a heated exchange concerning a Trump boat parade Catherine Dennis's friend, was participating in. Now, as of this moment, Bravo and none of the other defendants have yet to comment on any allegations, and apparently Nene's suit demands unspecified damages. So when we talk about the end game here of what it is that Nene could potentially want, and using these examples, it sounds like when I hear the word damages, I would assume that would be monetary compensation. Okay. I would assume that would be monetary compensation would be the end game. Now, I can only assume based on the language and the verbiage here when it says the suit demands unspecified damages. That's about all I can go on as an educated guess, and me not being an attorney. Okay. So there was a lot to cover here. Um, this is what's happening right now. These are the instances that the suit is listing, and I will point out to you guys that these have been instances that fans have had a lot to say about over the course of the past, what, two years. So my initial thought about what she was using as an example for Kim was a little bit questionable, because for some people they were confused because it seemed as though her and Kim were on good terms. And if you're saying that your co-star is making problematic remarks, then why would you still be friends with her? So that was confusing for a lot of people. However, with the addition of these examples included in the lawsuit, it does seem as though she is building a more solid case than maybe what people thought she was building initially. Okay. Because these are prime examples of problematic issues that, again, got a lot of media attention. Okay. So anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Does this make you see things any differently? Do you feel as though she is definitely owed monetary damages? Or what do you think she is owed at this point, and how much? Okay, if anything. And what do you think the network could do to remedy or rectify these issues? Let me know down in the conversation, in the chat down below. I will catch you guys in the next video.